Hello, welcome to the One I Have Spare Time podcast. Gonna do an unlisted one. I'm wearing a black pink shirt. Anyway, who cares? Let's just get into it. Our favorite LOLcow made video. We didn't react to the other one, the last one she did, because she went on American Idol. And as you know, I do not like her singing, and we did react to one of her songs. And hearing a musician critique another musician is boring and dumb because as a musician, I hear stuff a non musician can't hear. So when I critique it, I mean, it just wouldn't work. Like when Simon is on, like, used to be on American Idol, and like, I remember like people would sing and they'd be like, oh, that person's amazing. And then Simon's like, oh, you suck. It's like that. Like, I get it. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We're going to hear, and I haven't seen this, so when you start glowing, everyone becomes a critic. Now, before I start this, when you put yourself on the internet and make videos and are a public figure, you're gonna get critiqued. So I don't know what to say. So, 99% of the people that watch my stuff can't stand me for obvious reasons. Granted, the whole point of this is to be not liked. It's once again a cancel. The whole point of this channel is about cancel culture. But anyway, let's react to Ask Anna's, or she changed her name. It's Anna Amos, but we know her as Ask Anna. Let's see what she has to say. And yeah, the windows open, the fans on. It's hot. I don't care.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for watching my American Idol
I did not
video.
watch it.
That was a lot to put out,
Oh, you know about putting out though.
and it was just nice seeing all your
I didn't leave a
comments
comment.
and seeing people care because that was 30 minutes long. So if you saw that, thank you so much. If not, it's up on my page and you can go look at it. For today's topic, we're going to talk about how when you start glowing, everyone becomes a critic.
Once again, it's just called, when it doesn't matter what you do. When you put something public out there, people have the right to be a critic. Then don't put it out there. That's And I don't know if you've noticed. Well, you haven't noticed. Like, if you watch the okay, like, Caitlin Clark, of course you do. So, like, sports fans watch the WNBA now because you actually have a good player finally in the league. Okay, like, I never watched the WNBA until Caitlin Clark started playing. Okay, so now, because it's like sports fans are watching it, they're like, wow, this player sucks. Like Angel Reese, I think that one game, like, missed like 5 shots in a row. You know, and so it's considered hate comments if you go, you suck. Well, no, it's like, you're a public figure, and I don't know. It's like women don't understand that just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's bad. It's just, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
And everyone starts becoming a distraction. And when I say glow, it's not necessarily about becoming prettier, but it's about your energy becoming more pure.
Oh God, not this bullshit. Really? Well, you're gonna manifest something? Anyway.
And I think this happens when you step into your purpose and you have a plan and you have the confidence following
I can't stand her nails.
the competence of carrying out that plan. And that's when I think your energy just gets so potent that strangers, old people that you used to know, they're all going to come in and try to take a piece of that.
No, they're not.
Because if you notice,
Oh God.
when you're lost and you're sad, nobody cares.
What the fuck is she talking about? It sounds like she's reading like old sage advice off the back of a cereal box, or like, the jokes on a popsicle stick. Like, what is she talking about? Anytime man or woman, because there's only two genders, mentions energy or any star sign stuff or just feelings, no. But okay, let's continue.
But like my mom used to always talk about this, but it's like crabs in a bucket. As soon as one crab starts crawling out of the
We know.
bucket,
We know.
all the other crabs will pull it back
Yeah,
down.
we know.
And that's what happens in the real world. And the glow just makes everybody so uncomfortable that you'll have everyone trying to humble you.
Guys, remember, I forgot the exact number. She's the one that was didn't she say uh, 3,000 minus 1,000 is 1,000, like something stupid. You remember she was telling us how to budget money, and I forgot the number, but it was like 3,000 minus 1,000 is 1,000. I was like, what? Okay, that was a classic though. That was a classic.
Like men, women, people that you admire
Mm-hmm.
going out of their way to humble you.
No,
And I
those
wanted
just
to
aren't
give some
friends.
quick examples of this. I think it was 2 videos ago. Was talking about how I was dating somebody, and I don't remember exactly what I said, but it was just about not dating for money again.
What? Well, she's a whore. I'm sorry, a stripper. But come on. Oh God.
And dating for shared ambition and
Mm-hmm.
wanting to grow together
Sure.
and like shared values. I think that's what I said. Anyway,
You
that
probably
man that
didn't.
I was with became so hateful towards the end. When he met me 2 months ago, I was not singing, in the car.
Wait, am I the only one? Wait, you remember all the videos we've reacted to her and she says she's a singer? And then she posted songs of her singing. So she must have multiple personalities. I don't know. I don't know.
Was not like going out and singing. And that has been, I've done that my whole life. Like that has always been my purpose. And then a year ago, I went through a rape and an abortion, and it was incredibly traumatic. And then I was getting her.
Okay, once again, that's not true. We talked. She took down that video. It was and I will repeat it every time. She started dating a client. Okay. So a guy who would come to the club and pay her to dance on his lap. She started dating him. Okay. After, I forgot the time frame, but after a couple of months, he broke up with her. And then that's when she was like, "Oh, well, he broke up with me. Okay, so now it's assault." I mean, that is the gist of the story. Okay, and okay, whatever.
harassed and stalked after that for like a minute, and then there was a whole thing of filing police report and then trying to get a restraining order, and then them never finding the guy to even serve him the papers for the restraining order. It was a mess. But because
You're a
of
mess.
that, I had stopped singing.
That's not true.
And
She posted videos of her singing. Okay.
this guy that I met, he was a producer, and he got me back into it. And in the almost 2 months I was with him, I went from a period of like not singing, and then it was 3 weeks after I sung, I told myself, okay, I'm gonna do one open mic a week. I got hired at a recording studio, so I'm now there
To sweep the floors.
twice a week doing work for them. Got hired at a recording studio. I was working for a lawyer. I quit that because
You remember she wanted to be a lawyer, which I just thought was funny. So basically, a lawyer was one of her clients at the strip club, and so she's like, "I'm gonna be a lawyer." Like, no, you're not. And you remember she was like studying for the bar. Like, I didn't believe a word of this, but oh, this girl's a mess.
it just wasn't that time consuming, and I had been doing it for a year. I thought I was going to go to law school
No.
while I was doing all the
Um,
court stuff, but then
I never thought you were gonna go to law school. I never, and I said you weren't. Okay.
Actually being up close in the legal system and seeing how it works, I did not want to continue with that. But yeah, I got hired at a recording studio. I just got invited to sing this last Thursday. I
Oh.
got like an amazing video that was taken of me that I posted, I think 3 videos before this.
Okay, when are we gonna start talking about the title of your video? When you start glowing, everyone becomes a critic. Because right now, this is just a boring vlog of rehashed bullshit. As a person who has reacted to almost every video of hers, I'm bored. But let's continue.
Oh yeah, and then I had a flyer too that was
Aw.
made for me to sing this last Thursday. And that was at Trap City Cafe. That was
Trap
at
City.
Ti's place. I've never been invited to sing there. Like that was huge for me. And then too, I had somebody mix one of my. I want to put out a single, but I want a music video for it too. And I need to update my pictures. Anyway, my point is like this guy when he met me, I just looked sad. I looked like I was sad and I was sitting on potential. And then the moment that I actually went out and did everything, he just became so hateful and envious. Like every person that I was working with.
You're a stripper. So do you think any man you date is going to be a good man? I want you guys to think. Imagine you, the person you who's watching this. Imagine you're a stripper. Okay, now imagine the guy or girl you're you date. Do you think that's going to be a good person? Do you think that's going to be a person of, value? Do you think a man who has a stripper girlfriend, come on. This is just common sense. If she would just this is what she needs to do. Stop being a stripper. Just stop. If you want to be a lawyer, be a singer, do it. I mean, follow your dream. But your dream shouldn't be I want to do this as my day job is a stripper. That just doesn't work. Because the people you're going to attract, what does she do? She always complains about people. Well, gee, you're a stripper. Like regular normal people don't want to be friends with a stripper. That's just how it is. Regular, normal people with good intentions don't want to be involved with someone who does porn or whatever you want to call it. I mean, that's just common sense.
He would pick at them and ask me like, God, I don't even want to go into details.
Then don't.
Like I would mention people who were in the industry and he would pick at them. And I remember there was this one night where he like listed everyone he worked with. Like he felt.
She doesn't like it when a man is accomplished. Like, women complain about bullshit. But either way, obviously he's not a good guy because she's not a good woman. But, I just the thing she says, I can't take it at face value. I just don't think it's that way. I don't, whatever.
Insecure. But it was just weird. I remember this one open mic night I went to too, and he told me he was like, well, nobody paid you to be there. Like, he wasn't proud of me. And I remember him telling me too, he was like, oh, well, did you network with anyone? Like, are you going to work with anyone off of that open mic? Because he made it seem like it was pointless unless if I was making money from it or if. Because I was just trying to sing. Like, I don't know. He just became so ugly about everything.
I'm gonna translate. I'm gonna translate the womanese to you. He wasn't kissing her ass. He wasn't a nice guy. But you're not gonna get a nice guy because you're a stripper. A nice guy's not gonna date a stripper. Also, if a guy was too nice anyway, you wouldn't be attracted to him because you don't want to date a pushover. So it's like I said, she has to stop being a stripper. And when she does that, her energy will be whatever, cleaner, I guess. And then when you do meet a guy, you lie and tell him you weren't. Like, don't even mention your past. So, like, what was your last job? Stripping? No. You Say you worked at Starbucks. I don't know. Lie. You have to because there is no way a decent guy is going to date a girl who used to be a stripper. Like you literally she has to lie. I mean, I don't know what else to tell her because it's like I forgot what she's 23 now, right? Okay, so she only has 2 more years. Because I'm assuming she wants kids, like right? Probably. Like what are you doing? And think about it. Like maybe she doesn't want kids now, but like you know how women are. Like when they hit like 20, 29, 30, like they want kids because the biological clock is ticking because it's just mother nature. So imagine she has a kid, like you know one day your kid's gonna find out you used to be a stripper. Do you want? I mean, hopefully you can hide that, but I mean, like,
Never tell me I was pretty.
see,
I remember sending
she wants
him
her ass
because
kissed.
the studio had me do a cover and then this video, or a cover and then my song. And I remember sending them to him, and the only thing nice he had to say was that he liked the song.
But see, but this is typical woman stuff. I remember I had a girlfriend. I was what like 35. She was like 22, and she graduated college, and so I mean, like, I already knew she graduated college, okay? But then, like, a couple of months later, I guess the college mailed her a special diploma. I guess they put her diploma in, like, this giant frame. It was, like, really big. Like, I don't know. It's like, when she held it, it was like this. Like, it was like a big frame. And so she's like, oh, I have a surprise. I want to show you something. And so, like, she unwraps it and shows it to me. And she's all excited and happy. And I'm like, oh, cool. That's all I said. She goes, what, you're not happy? I'm like, well, you told me you graduated college, like, whatever. I forgot, whatever, like 4 months ago. So, like, I know you graduated and got your diploma. But this is in a frame. I was like, okay, cool. Like, women need their emotions or whatever validated, but I'm like, I can't fake excitement over something. I don't know. But this is the same thing. It's like you're not excited or happy the way I want you to be happy or excited, which is complete bullshit.
That I did a cover of. I didn't even write that song. And he was just talking about like the production. When the production was great, I sent that video, excuse me, that song to someone I'm close to, and then she cried.
Because she's full of shit. That's why.
Like, it was fantastic.
Sure.
My point is, he was just picking at me at everything,
Mm-hmm.
and then the same week that he was like so negative, he was picking stupid arguments too.
I
His
doubt
best friend
that.
got drafted to the NFL too that same week.
Why is everything in her life special? I mean, it's possible. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I don't know.
And I think that's why everything went so badly. But yeah, that's the last time I'm gonna date somebody my age.
I think the common denominator in all these bad relationships is you. You realize that, right? How come every man she's dated has been bad? It's her. She's the common factor. I mean, unless every guy's bad.
That's the last time I'm gonna date somebody for their potential. I'm still like, I don't know. Fuck what I said 3 videos ago. I'm going back for the money. This is stupid. That was the shit. Yeah, like you settle for less and then you get used more. But back to my point about glowing.
Oh boy.
It's not just him. Like, the whole room is going to react to you regardless of what you're wearing, regardless of what you're doing. Yesterday, I went to Smoothie King and I had on like a 3XL blue sweater that I thrifted with somebody else's initials on it. I had blue fluffy socks and blue fluffy slides. and I had like a stain on my shirt because I got a stain on it, and then I like made it worse by.
I had a stain on my shirt because I got a stain on it. That is the quote of 2025. Like, that literally sums up 2025 right there. I had a stain on my shirt because I got a stain on it. Okay? Like 4,000 years from now, when they do some cyber archaeology and find this video, they're going to be like, whoa.
Putting water on it, trying to get it out, and I had no makeup on. My hair was a mess. I walk into the Smoothie King, and immediately there's this guy who's already staring at me the whole time. I walk up to the counter. They make me wait.
Because he probably recognized you from the strip club.
Like almost 10 minutes, and both the
That means it was 3 minutes.
girls told me that they were taking care of other orders. They were, but nobody was there. Like, they just had like all these blenders there.
Wow, really?
But nobody was actually standing in line when I was
Then I guess someone must have called in because, like, people do, DoorDash. I don't know. Or maybe they're all liars and they're all against you because they're haters. I don't know.
clearly on the phone. Like, they could have just taken my order and then let me go do my thing and then wait for them to do theirs. But they were both so rude.
Oh,
like,
really?
for no reason. And when I finally, and I didn't say anything. I was like, okay. And then when I finally put my order in, I went outside, and then
I have stripper fatigue.
that man, kind of followed me out, and I was sitting a ways away talking to my best friend, and then he was, trying to holler at me, and he said something about, oh, you have a boyfriend, and this man was just, staring at me, and I told him I was on the phone.
Let me translate this for you, people. She wasn't attracted to him. That's why it was a hassle. I was like, ugly guy's talking to me. And he was probably just an average guy. Probably, trying to, say hi. Maybe you want to, continue this conversation. What's your Snapchat, baby? Come on. And so if she was attracted to this guy, she would have been happy. I mean, that's just how it is. Like, women get mad if a guy that they're not attracted to hits on them, or they're annoyed, whatever. You get it.
With him then, which I wasn't. It was my best friend, and he scooted away. He was older too.
Okay, she just said she doesn't want guys her age now, and she wants an older guy. And so that guy was older. So why was that gross then? It's just because she wasn't attracted to him. But you see, she's all over the place.
It's like, he must have been desperate. But it's not just that. I put in a to-go order yesterday too, and I got this chocolate molten cake, and they.
The video is called "When You Start Glowing, Everyone Becomes a Critic." What is going on with this video? Scatterbrain right now. Whatever. Look at me bitching about her content.
Forgot my ice cream, and I was so upset. Not to them, did not show it to them, but I went to the place to pick it up, and I got all my stuff, and then I got to my car, and it was a while too for them to give me my stuff, and it was weird because I think I had waited 20-30 minutes before I even drove there. And then I was waiting 20 minutes there for them to just grab my food.
Bullshit.
I could see it. And I felt so sick too that day. But then I get back to my car and I realized they forgot the ice cream. How are you going to charge almost $7 for a little chocolate molten cake that's supposed to come with ice cream? And then I went back inside to get my ice cream. And then the girl, she was acting like it was my fault. She was like, oh, you have to request the ice cream over the phone.
What the fuck is she talking about? What are you talking about? What the fuck? Oh, 8 minutes in. Jesus.
It's just stupid shit like that. Stupid shit where people try to humble you when they were clearly the ones that messed up.
What the... Okay, I wasn't there. Maybe she's suffering from the fatigue too. I don't know. Okay, but what the hell?
These are bad examples. I'll give you all better examples.
You're damn right they're bad examples.
And, fuck, I don't even want to talk about this.
Yeah,
We're gonna
please
skip
stop.
that.
Okay, good, good.
No.
Oh, come
Let me
on.
think about it. Hold on.
No, 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 no.
But it'll just
Okay,
be
fine.
people picking at you. Obviously, we all know I dance, so then it'll be like,
What? You dance? Oh god, wait, we did react to one of her dancing videos. Okay. Okay.
other girls. Oh, fuck, I forgot about this. I had somebody from
Bro, she is all over the place.
high school looking at my story. I used to play football. That was like earlier this week. I had this random basketball player from UCF who was always, he was like after me for a couple months, and then he was looking at my story. It just like all these past people come back.
But they won't follow you. They'll just keep tabs because you're a stripper. A man of value does not want to be associated with a stripper. No, he'll sleep with you, but he doesn't want the world to know, you know? Um like my Instagram, I just follow thoughts because I don't really use it. So like, like I'll take a picture of like I sound like her now, like I'll take a picture of like a cup, whatever. But like I just follow hot Asian chicks and K-pop idols, and like so like my feed is just like, okay, K-pop idol, hot chick, hot chick, hot chick. So like I don't care if I'm associated with it because like I'm a nobody and I don't bitch about whatever. The thing is, I'm not trying to say is she's causing her own problems. So like this basketball player guy, imagine if she wasn't a stripper. He would have added her. He would have, you know, like respectfully, be like, hey, let me take you out on a date instead of like, let's just meet up. Because a girl who's a stripper, well, she obviously doesn't respect herself, so why would you respect her?
Back when you're so clearly confident and you have a plan. It's just like all these past men trying to holler, all these girls just being rude as fuck trying to humble you. It's just weird.
This sounds like a you problem, okay? These men are hollering because you're a whore. Why is this so hard to understand? You're a sex worker. I don't understand why this is so hard to understand. I mean, for her to understand. You gotta be kidding me. Like, what is going on?
Oh, too. I went Saturday night to meet somebody. It was an old friend of mine. He runs a rap battle league in Orlando. I went to meet him. And I was in like this very public place, and I had two just really annoying things happen for no reason.
The place wasn't just public. It was a very public place. Oh, God. Oh, listen, my brain hurts, okay? So, do any of you, would people watching right now, would any of you date her? Let me know in the comments.
Reason I was just by myself, like minding my own business. There were these two guys sitting outside, like on this porch area, but it was like a restaurant. And then they were telling me how pretty I was, and they like wanted me to stop. I needed directions for how to get to, I think it was Velvet Taco I went to.
The clinic, right?
So then I went back and I asked the one guy for directions, and then he wanted my number, so I gave him my Instagram and I asked him like what he did, and he said he did like it was something with music. I don't know. I looked at his Instagram and he really didn't come across like he was that serious about whatever it was. And I told him that I sang. And after this man like telling me how pretty I am, yelling at me as I'm walking by, you know what he says to me? He says, "Are you any good?"
What is wrong with asking that? Okay, do you know how many times I've been asked if I'm good at singing or playing guitar or playing bass or writing songs. I I I can't tell you how many times, but a lot. It's normal. I don't understand why. See, she has the main character syndrome where she thinks just everyone thinks she's as great as she thinks she is. That's her problem.
I laughed at him and I left. And then after that, I was like in this crowd.
Dude, isn't that like the most unattractive thing ever? Like her smug attitude doesn't match her job. Like it's I don't know. It's almost like you should be thankful you're getting attention from like people outside of that job because I'm assuming this those two guys did not know what she did for a living anyway.
And I was looking for the bathroom, and then another guy is like yelling after me, screaming. And it was this like Asian kid. He wasn't even a kid. He was probably like 25. He's probably my age. And he was with a bunch of other people yelling after me. So then I did the same shit. And I turned around and I was like, oh, okay, Larry, where's the bathroom? And then Larry, he like pointed into the direction. But then he wasn't being very clear. And he was like, oh, just follow those other women. And I was like, oh, okay, I can follow you then, since you're the lady. And then his friends were telling him to like escort me and he wasn't gonna do it. After he like stopped me in my tracks and screamed after me. And I wasn't gonna let him get away with that, so I was in the middle of probably like
What?
6 men, and then he started.
I just got the mental picture for sitting on a couch and there's six guys behind her. But what the? Get away with what? I don't. I don't understand her. What did he do that was so bad? Once again, she wasn't attracted to him, so it's an issue. That's that's why she's mad. Because a man that she doesn't think is worthy of interacting with her thought he had a chance, and that is one of the like number one things women hate. Trust me.
Started walking away, and I grabbed him by his shirt and I told him, don't stop me in my tracks just to disrespect me like that.
I don't believe that happened. I 100% don't believe that happened. This looks a like a acting reel, you know. So she'll probably give this video to like, you know, like she'll probably find because she lives in Atlanta and they film a lot of movies there. Like, you know, she'll probably use this as like an audition tape or something. Because I'm like, I just don't believe that.
And then I left. And when I came back out of the bathroom, they were gone. So I guess I scared him.
Oh God, no, you didn't. He had somewhere to go. That's why he didn't want to escort you. Like the crazy main character syndrome in her head thing is amazing. It is amazing. I scared him. I've never met a man who's been afraid of a woman. I've never known one guy to ever go, well, I was scared of her. Well, you know, obviously if she's gonna run you over with a car or has a gun or, you know, like, but you know what I mean. Okay? She needs to get over herself.
But it's little shit like that. People can just tell with your energy once you've like gotten better. I don't know, it just sucks. Like I was so sad for so long and it just sucks. You think like people will appreciate you more when you're strong and you've built yourself back up, but it is not like that at all. People just try you even more. Like there was some guy I met at the strip club.
Dude, stop dating men who go to prostitutes. You see, she has to realize she's a prostitute. So she's dating guys who would date a prostitute. A stripper's a prostitute. Okay, just we have to accept that fact. So okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Friday, he was supposed to take me out and get me a steak. I
Really?
really wanted that steak. And he called me all that night, acted like he was going to do that. This is probably God protecting me, though. He acted like he was going to do it. Then he said something about taking a shower. I was like, okay. Then I didn't hear from him, and I was like, well, that's probably God. I'm probably not supposed to see this man.
So God is okay with her being a stripper. It, once again, this is another example of picking and choosing. I guess when to be a Christian. Like I don't know what her religion is, but she's white. She's American. I'm assuming she's Christian. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just assuming. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So as a Christian, God made the guy flake on her, but God didn't give her the common sense to not be a stripper. Okay.
And then he has the nerve to wait a day, text me last night, and I'll tell you exactly what he said.
Okay.
He said, what are you doing? I said, fuck off. He said, I want to see you. I said, you had your chance, you fumbled, bye little bitch. He said, I won't be sad, the fuck.
I know, because you're a stripper. You don't get it. She doesn't get it. She just doesn't get it.
Told him, have fun ringing your dick tonight. And he said, pussy is everywhere, I'm never that pressed. And I said, not this one.
Exactly. She's acting like what she has is special. It's not. How many guys have... Come on. This is common sense. But she doesn't have common sense. She has an inflated ego and an over-exaggeration of her self-worth.
I believe there's like some spiritual thing too, because someone was telling me, he was like, oh, like when you start doing better and God blesses you, like then the devil comes.
Okay, you're working for the devil now because you're a stripper, and look at all the negativity in your life. You don't get it? She's not walking the path of God. She's doing satanic shit. You think God wants you to be a stripper? No, the devil does. I mean, come on.
And then the devil comes in the form of distractions. I've had so many past people this week. So many. And a lot of it is like sexual.
Is it because you're a stripper, and work in the sex industry? Maybe.
Even girls, though. Like, the girls isn't sexual. But it's like everybody wants a piece, but nobody's gonna help you. I met like some pretty big people in the industry
Bullshit.
Thursday when I sang. And even them, they were picking at me like, ugh.
Criticism is not picking on you. If you do art, the whole point of art, it's going to be critiqued. It's going to be talked about. It's going to be praised. It's going to be put down. It's going to be everything. Everything you do as an artist, like including this podcast, her podcast right now, someone is going to say, oh, Anna, this was a great podcast. Someone's going to say it sucked. And in the people that say it sucked, she's going to go, oh, they're against me, blah, 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 blah. No, like everyone has you put it out there, people have the right to comment on it.
One of them, he was saying, oh, like, you need to get your followers up. And I was like, okay, so are you going to fix that? Like,
Whoa. Why is it his responsibility to get your followers up? Women and accountability, they don't mix.
And then I told him too. I was like, oh, he asked me if I had any music out, and I told him I had 38 songs out. And I was like, but nobody listens to it. And he was like, that's your fault. It's like, okay.
That's true. That's true.
Like, I sing, I write, and I perform. If I was a promoting expert, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. Because I wouldn't need you.
How is she a stripper and doesn't have a following? That's what I don't understand. I mean, just from the simps. You would think she would have an army of simps, like, backing her music. That's what I don't understand. See, like, once again, her profession, every guy that's in her life doesn't really care about her. they just want, actually, I don't know what they want actually, but they don't want to like anything positive with her.
It's just weird how people try to humble you when they're supposed to be offering the service that you need, and then they're humbling you for the service that they're there to provide. It's just fucking weird to me.
What?
So weird to me.
Dude, like, you just got a gold medal for those mental gymnastics. Dude, freaking Nadia Comaneci over here. That was a 10 on the avoiding the accountability beam. What the hell was that about? Did you hear that? And we're not gonna go back. Did you hear that bullshit? Oh my god. Okay.
And somebody had a good point too, because it wasn't just him who was talking about my followers that night. It was somebody else. And one of my good long-term manly friends, he's actually ex-NFL too.
Sure.
He told me, he was like, well, they're 2,000 real people, you know? Like, so many people out here just buy their shit, and I'm building y'all one by one. So thank you so much for sticking around. I'm doing my best to make my life entertaining. Entertaining and consistent. But yeah, it's just like, the more you do, the more people pick at you, and it is exhausting. I'm on my 4th gym now. I haven't wanted to go back to that.
Oh my god. I don't even know. Okay.
That gym in 2 weeks because I had like this personal trainer, and he knew me for 2 months, and my energy really did switch in those 2 months because I started singing again. And then he like was trying to force me to do an intro with him, and I remember just being in the cafe after I had worked out, and he like came up to me and he was talking about me not doing my free intro, and I said yes I did because I did it at the previous location. And he was like, oh well, you should do it with me. And I think he really just wanted to spend time with me. I don't even think it was like a sexual thing. I think people could just sense when you're doing other shit. Like, I think
I don't know. I mean, I think maybe he just wanted to use a woman who had a sexual vibe to do an opening for him. I'm assuming he's doing like an ad for being a personal trainer, so he wants to have a quote unquote pretty chick next. See, like, if she wasn't a stripper, I probably would feel very comfortable calling her attractive, but because she is a stripper, she's not attractive. But anyway.
they can just sense it. And he was like, okay, well, I'll give you my number and then we can set something up. And I was like, oh, I'll think about it. Like, I didn't tell him no, but I kept like pressing it off. I didn't want to fucking do it. I kept telling him, oh, okay, I'll think about it. And he was like, you can stop by my office and I can give you a card. And I was like, okay, next time.
And this is another example. She's just not attracted to him. If she found this guy attractive, she would have done it. And it wouldn't be this whole thing. Or she just likes drama. That's probably a thing too.
I work out. Then he was like, you know what? Like, let me just put my number in your phone. And he must have asked me like probably 5 times
I don't believe
about
you.
the whole number thing.
I don't believe you.
In the intro before I finally gave in. And I gave him my number. I haven't texted him back. I haven't even been back. It's been 2 weeks. I don't want to go back there.
Then don't go.
I don't want to fucking go back there.
Then don't go.
But yeah, I think people can feel you too becoming something. And if they don't have...
What are you becoming? What is she becoming?
Control over it.
Oh, God.
And I feel like that's where like the humbling thing goes into place. It's like either they want to distract you from your purpose, they want to humble you so you don't get to your purpose.
Right.
Like, and if they especially feel like they can't control you, they want...
I think she's a paranoid schizophrenic. Because the world is against her, apparently.
To destroy you. I had some like real dirty shit happen to me this last week, but I feel like I can't talk about it until it's, I don't know, a month in the future, and then I'll speak about it. It's just, yeah, gotta be careful what I say, because too many people move around in the same circles that I do.
You're so special.
And now too many people are monitoring the shit out of me. And that fucking sucks. It's like, to not be, you know, to not have like a huge following, but then to have people aware of you and watching the shit that you're doing, it's like, you might as well make me famous at this point. Might as well.
Or do it yourself. I don't. Oh, but what I just said is hate speech, according to her, because I critiqued her.
Well, instead of just lurking to see what I'm gonna become. Like, it's fucking weird. And that's the other thing too. Like, I've been singing all my life. Like, this didn't just happen, and it's weird to have people just see it now, recognize it now. Like, I've been this. I didn't have this hair. Didn't always have my shape that I have now, but I've been this. Like,
Later. Yeah. Yeah. Just let me finish this video.
but yes, thank you all for listening. I really
We're doing it
appreciate it,
live.
especially for y'all who watched my American Idol video. That was a lot to put out. Honestly, I feel like I released a lot by putting it out. Like, that weight is gone. I have a Miss Texas video coming up soon.
Okay.
I competed in Miss Texas, and then
Now, remember her job. I don't think Miss Texas can be a stripper. Well, you know what? If you got trannies or men competing in it, why not? A tattooed stripper, sure.
I ran away like the final night of competition, like right before. I did the 3 preliminary competition nights, and then like I was there for a week. We were on lockdown in a hotel room. It fucking sucked. I couldn't go anywhere. There was a cop watching us at night too, and I had to like escape and get the cop to let me out.
What?
That video is coming soon. It's been the Miss Texas video and the American Idol video have been the hardest ones that I've been wanting to put out, but I just haven't gotten the courage. And it's here now. I just need to like do it. But that's coming soon. So keep your eyes out for that.
Can't wait. Okay. Guys, I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to do some family stuff. Have a good one. Peace.